Hi guys, my name is Tyrant, and welcome to my first video. Today I will be playing a game called Atlas. For those of you that don't know, Atlas is an open world survival game with taming, building ships, sailing, looking for treasure, etc. I've been playing Atlas for a while on official, and we've gotten to the point where we've tamed a couple of these big beautiful beasts that you currently see me sitting on currently. These are called Razortooth in the game. For those of you that have played Ark, they're basically a reskin of the Tyrannus. Today I want to show you what these things are capable of. There's a few videos of people taming them, but not on actually what they are able to do. So that's what I hope to cover today. Okay. First thing I wanted to show you is the stats on these things. This one has a few levels. The levels have only been put into stamina and health, however. This is the melee, food, oxygen, weight, torpor that it got when it was tamed. The stamina started off at about 200, 220. If you tame a low level, you're looking at about 160 stam. The health was probably about half that amount before we put any levels into it. When you tame these, I would recommend getting stamina up to 400 to begin with, because they burn through stam quite quickly. And you'll see in a minute when I start using some of its abilities how quickly it just goes through the 400 stam. Health is also quite good to level up. Melee not so much, it does not get much of a boost. When you level the melee, it gets about 0.7 or 0.8% melee per level, whereas the health we're getting about 15, 20 odd health per level. Okay, so let's go over this thing's abilities. When you right click, the Razortooth will roar. This roar will scare any creatures that are in front of you. For example, the sheep starts running away. It works on pretty much any creature in the game that isn't on the golden age. There you go. The larger the creature, the more roars it will take to scare it. The largest thing on this island would be the bear and the bull. I want to see if I can find one, just to show you what happens when I try and scare one of those. Okay, I've managed to find a bull and a bear. So, what's going to happen when I try and scare this thing is it takes 2 roars to scare a bull or a bear. After the first roar, the bull and or bear will aggro onto you and start attacking you until you either kill it or continue roaring it, at it, and fully scare it. You'll see this now. So the circle appeared over their heads. They're coming straight at me to attack me. I roared on them again. They're now scared and run away. I'll follow them just till you see how long that effect lasts for. Now, as long as you haven't damaged them, once the effect goes, they shouldn't ever grow back onto you. So yeah, there you go. Just wandering around doing your own thing again. As well as scaring animals away, the fear roar also has some interesting debuffs on other animals. And you don't even need to be fully scared for the debuffs to take effect. One of them is they'll reduce the other creature's damage by about 30%, and any damage going towards that animal will be increased by about 50%, I believe it is. So if I attack this bear, I do 37 to it, and it does 19 to me. If I hit it with 1 roar, it's now doing 14, and I'm doing 56. Let's just finish killing him. So yeah, that about covers the Fear Roar. Next I'll move on to his second ability, which you can use by pressing C, and use this on your other tamed creatures to give them a buff. So let me get back to base, I'll get some other tamed creatures, and I'll show you what that does. Okay, I have a couple different sized creatures lined up here, just to show you how many roars it takes to courage, or encourage each of these dinosaurs with the Razortooth's Courage Roar by pressing C. So, the line is done in one go. The bear takes 2. Rhino takes 4. Or 3 even, sorry. And the Razortooth takes 4. As for the buff they get, it says it's there up in the top right. I don't know if you can read it or not, I'll read it for you. Plus 25% damage output and increased resistance. So they do 25% more damage, and I believe it's 25% resistance to damage. Once that bear appears over their head again, you need to continue roaring to keep it filled up, otherwise you see the percentage share of the effect dropping up in the top right. Put a level in this guy. Oh yeah, actually while I'm here, you can see how melee gets barely any increase. Food isn't really worth doing too much if you're on a lot. Oxygen there's no point because Razortooth are very bad swimmers. Weight, it starts off really low, so there's not too much of a point in doing it in the first place. Torpor you can't level. So once we get stamina up to about 400, we tend to just do health. Okay, I'm out on the line, I have the Razortooth following. I'm going to find something to kill and show you what the courage, what difference the courage buff makes. I believe this is a line that's meant to be sold, so I'm not going to level it. Let's see, you're following just fine. Perfect. That's a wolf there. Now, the wolf will attack me on the line. If I'm on the Razortooth though, it will not. I would like to find a passive creature if I can to test this on, like a sheep. So I'm just gonna kill this. And I'll bring you back when I find something to kill. Okay, I'm back and I found the sheep. So, with the 162.9% melee damage on the line, without the courage buff, we are doing 39 damage to the sheep. Seems alright. Buff our line. Now let's see. Up to 48. So that is a considerable increase. That's an extra 9 damage. These buffs do stack as well with the mate boost, increased damage and resistance, and the Nature's Cry damage increase. And I'll show you soon what happens when you combine all those on a Razortooth, what the damage goes to. Okay, I'm back, and I have a male with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to encourage the female. The female will get the buff. It'll have the mate boost buff. I'll use the fear debuff on the sheep so it also takes more damage, and then we'll see how much damage we can do total, as well as using the Nature's Cry ability. So base damage for this, or what it was doing before, was 37 damage. Let's scare the sheep. Activate its cry. 163 damage. That's a lot of damage. Just to show you what this thing can do without the courage buff and without the mace boost, just if you're going around by yourself on a lone Razortooth. I'll try attacking this bear. I'll cut back once my ability is off cooldown. And welcome back. So, we'll debuff the bear. It will still affect us because it won't fully scare. Activate our ability. And we're doing 113 damage. So having the May boost and the courage brings that up a considerable bit, but 113 damage is still a lot to be doing. Okay, just wanted to show you another weird little interaction there. When you use the fear debuff roar on rattlesnake or cobra or any type of snake, it has a bit of a weird effect. Instead of making the snake or cobra run away, it will turn around and attack you. I think it's actually going for a sheep at the moment. Will you bite me? Yeah, you can see it there. He attacks you instead of runs away, so just something to keep an eye on. Alpha snakes will also turn and attack you, but they're slow enough and you have enough knockback just to keep biting them, walking backwards, knocking them back, and you'll be able to kill them without taking any damage. Okay guys, a bit of a bug with the Razortooth is if your inventory is completely empty, you have 0 weight on you, and the Razortooth also has 0 weight, for some reason it bugs out how much weight it's actually carrying and makes it do like an encumbered slow walk where it just doesn't get anywhere. The way you fix this is simply grab something, anything, bit of weight on it, fixes it right up. Stick it in his inventory for now, and there you go. So yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. Not entirely sure why it happens. If I were to guess, for some reason it might be counting it as minus 0 weight and that bugs it out. Because sometimes when I'm looking at my character's inventory and I've nothing on me, it does say minus 0.0. So, just something to be aware of. The Razortooth is also able to scare alphas and lions. If I roar this alpha pig and lion, nope, lion died. There we go, I just have to get the right angle on it. That works on alpha lions and alpha wolves as well. Just found an alpha seagull here, just wanted to show you what happens when I roared it. It takes right off. Another alpha pig. Another really cool thing about the Razortooth is other hostile creatures you come across don't aggro onto it, such as the lion, the wolf, snakes, and even the alpha versions. I don't know if I'll be able to find an alpha lion or wolf to be able to show you that, but if I do happen to come across one, I will show you. Of course though, if you do attack the lion or wolf in question, it will defend itself and fight back. Or if you happen to be dismounted, or if you dismount, the lion will aggro onto you, and if you remount, it will try to attack you on the Razortooth, and eventually it'll just fully aggro onto the Razortooth itself, so make sure you don't do that near alphas especially. If an alpha happens to aggro onto your character, stay away from your Razortooth just to keep it alive. I'll just show you here. 9's after aggroing onto me. So he's trying to just get to me now. After a while though, he will start biting the Razortooth. Or not. Oh yeah, that's another thing about the Razortooth, is it does do trample damage. Also, another thing with the trample damage is you can sometimes do trample damage to dead bodies and harvest from them. There. Added one fur. So yeah, that's a weird interaction. Okay guys, so I wasn't able to find an alpha wolf or lion, but I found an alpha cobra. And you can see that all these things here around me are completely ignoring me, not going for me at all, not even the alpha. It's the same scenario if you come across an alpha wolf or lion or alpha whatever carnivore. The only things that will attack a Razortooth are creatures you'll find on the Golden Age or aquatic creatures, so manta rays and sharks will still go for you. But Razortooth are terrible swimmers, so you don't want to be in the water anyway. Oh yeah, damn, trample damage. Be careful with that when you're near alphas. If there's an alpha wolf nearby and you accidentally do trample damage to it or another nearby wolf, the alpha will go for you. Just to quickly show you how terrible this thing is at swimming. You can stand up quite high in water, so you can go through a lot of ponds with it, but when it comes to actual swimming, they're kind of slow. You can see up there the stamina's running out fairly quickly. And when they are out of stamina, they do barely move. And it's quite hard to get back onto land, so try and stay on land with them as much as you can. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, just a little side note, if you do manage to aggro an alpha you don't want to fight, like a lion, even though it's aggroed onto you, you can still just roar at it and scare it away. And that'll give you a chance just to run away from the thing while it also runs away from you, get some good distance between you and it. So just a little tip for you there. Yeah, I've already said that alphas won't attack your Razortooth. Even if you just leave it outside on passive, any alphas that walk by won't attack it, bar with the exception of one. And oddly enough, it's the horse. The reason for this is, whenever you walk past any normal horse, you will scare it. Without the Razortooth, just walking past it by your character, you'll scare it and it'll run away. The alpha horses though, whenever you walk past them and scare them, they will start attacking you. And it's because of that mechanic that if they happen to walk past your Razortooth, they'll get scared by it and they'll start attacking it. So just watch for that. Any other alpha though will just ignore you. You can still scare the alpha horse away just by roaring at it. You can see they're just really trying to get away. So yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, so I have an alpha peak here, and I just want to show you what these things can do to alphas. I will do a mate boosted attack with the buff. Then I will put the male away somewhere else, let the debuff run out, and continue attacking it with just the female, just using its buffs on its own. without the help of an ally and show you what it's able to do. Because those of you that have played Atlas probably know that Atlas have a lot of damage resistance and they do a lot of damage back. A big dose shouldn't be a problem. Right, 71 damage. We may have lost our mid boost though. Okay, I'm guessing that pig is going to come back. Okay, the pig never came back, and honestly I have no idea where it ran off to. But you saw there, I was doing 71 damage. I don't know if I was mid boosted or not. If I wasn't, you could do potentially more damage. And if I recall correctly, last time I damaged an alpha, which is the female on its own without help from being encouraged by another Razortooth or the male boost, it was doing about 56 damage with the Nature's Cry and the Fear Roar together. So that'll give you an idea of how good these things are against alphas. I, however, would be very careful about taking on lions, wolves, bears, anything larger than that on your own on one of these. If you have a friend going around on a razor with you, and if they are mate boosted especially, you can definitely take out alpha lions and wolves, because we did do it here one day. I was on one razor, someone else was on another, scared a lion, got stuck on the rock over there, and we were both able to kill it before the fear debuff even ran out. But had it run off into the trees, however, the fear debuff might have run out before we finished attacking it, and it could have come back and started doing damage, but we were able to kill it fairly quickly. Next thing I'm going to show you is just how quickly the stamina runs out on these. So, like I said earlier, this thing has 403.2 stamina. Just doing one roar uses up about a quarter of that. Now you can see there. You can see it up in the top right, by the way, the stamina bar. Fills up fairly quickly. Between those two roars it's down to half, and then when you run around the stamina drops fairly quickly, but you can cover a fair bit of ground with about 400 stam. But you do want to get it to at least about that amount. The starting 200 stamina you'll get after you tame it, you'll find that it's not really that much. You're not able to scare stuff and chase it down, and it just, maybe you'll get a bite on it and it'll continue to run away after that while you just walk behind it out of stamina. So do boost the stamina up to about 400, maybe more if you want, and then I would recommend health, but other than that it's up to you. Okay, just to show you, I found an alpha horse that isn't in a cage. So, two alpha horses even. So let's see if I spook them. There it is. And now they'll try and attack me. One of them seems to be stuck under me. But yeah, 56 damage is what you do to alphas. So just be aware, if you leave your razor out and about, alpha horses may attack it. There's a bit of a cooldown on how often you can debuff your enemy with that fear roll. Let's try again. And it does require direct line of sight. No other ones run off. So if you're leaving your Razortooth just out and about, probably just best leave it on neutral. That way if the alpha horse does attack it, it should be well able to kill it on its own. And I hit an alpha crow. I'm finding a lot of alphas. I don't think I was able to get it with that. Switch them onto neutral just in case something does happen to me. This one dead. This is the problem with the stamina with the Razortooth, is once you run out, you can only walk after things. There we go. I don't know where that alpha crow's gone, but you saw there the Razortooth is well able to take out alpha horses. The only thing about it is they are the only thing that will aggro onto you. And it's not even that they mean to do it, it's almost like on accident they will do it just because they get scared, which is kind of odd. Another little funny thing is if you happen to find an animal that's unconscious, if you scare it, it will oddly enough jump up and then fall back to sleep. Like that. Don't know why that's in the game or why that's a thing, but yeah, you can play with unconscious animals. Okay, so another use for the Razortooth is actually for taming some of the other creatures on the regular islands, other than the Golden Age. If you have an animal in your trap and it keeps biting you and you can't beat it, you can actually scare it with the Razortooth and that will make it stop biting. This doesn't always work. It works most of the time on things you can scare with one roar, so lions, wolves, etc. It works sometimes on bears. Very hard to get it to work on larger creatures like a rhino that needs probably 4 roars to scare. But it is used for them. I'll quickly cut to where you can see me helping out a friend down by our trap there to tame that bear. So you can see that the bear is biting away. And once I fully scare it, he's not biting anymore. So just whenever you damage it enough below it and someone's trying to feed it and it's biting, just keep roaring at it with the Razortooth until it stops biting, and it should be easy to tame. So yeah. Okay guys, that about wraps it up for the Razortooth. I hope you find this video useful. I just want to clear up, some people seem to have the idea that the Razortooth is completely useless, and I can see where that's coming from. As soon as you tame them and look at the stats, they're kind of underwhelming, but this isn't a creature that you tame it for its immense amount of health or straight up damage off the bat. It's something you tame for its abilities, its utility. You can use this as pretty much a creature to protect your other tames. Like if you're going out farming with an elephant, we've had incidents where someone's in our company has gone out farming with an elephant and gotten just killed because alpha lion or wolf will jump on top of them and just destroy the elephant. This thing, if you have it following or have someone following with it, you can just scare that away. So yeah, it's more of a utility. It does good damage when you get all the abilities going together. Buffs your other creatures, good for doing the treasure maps. So, all in all, quite a good tame, probably one of the best ones. It is very difficult to tame, considering it's on the golden age and you have to get by all the cyclopses. I unfortunately, snake somewhere. Oh that. Okay. I unfortunately did not manage to record any of the taming for this thing, but 2 other people in our company did and uploaded a video on it, Raz and Twisted, so I'll leave a link to both their videos down in the description below. And hopefully you find this useful, and hopefully you find their videos useful, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Okay, so for those of you that stuck around, here's some random bonus clips of just random stuff. Hi horse. Heyo!
And that's all the rounds for the
Oh.
map, face in the direction I need to go, and then put my map away and my camera stays in that direction. So then I just turn the boat to match.
Well, yeah, I open up my map, and then I create this mental picture of the map.
Whee!
Okay, come here, little parrots. You guys are going, maybe up here. I'll try putting them up here, see if they stay here.
I am seeing some weird shite right now. I'm
Okay,
still on the
parrots.
deck for you, yeah?
Yeah, I still see you.
On my screen, I'm doing my planet needs me kind of a thing.
No, on my screen you're just chilling.
Level 12 down.
Yeah, nice.
To infinity.
And beyond.
Oh god, I really am now. Oh wait, no. What? Okay, I think I fixed.
Move.